Hello and welcome to the first video of the pole etiquette lessons, where I'm going to give you just some basic tips to help you to feel more confident, more sexy when working the pole. Okay, so you do not have to be a pole dancer specifically to do these moves. Okay, you could do this at home with your own personal pole or when you're out with your friends, just kind of having fun. Okay, it's just something so that you guys know what to do in order to create a sexy, sensual, seductive effect while you are working the pole. Okay, so in this first video, we're going to actually talk about the pole geometry. Okay, and that is your angle of your body in relation to the pole. All right, so as you can see here, I'm standing next to the pole. Anytime you are, whether it is standing or walking around the pole, you want to try to keep this shape as much as possible. Now, what you're looking at here is a sort of triangular shape, okay? You want to keep your feet towards the base of the pole. You want to keep your hips pointed outwards, okay, away from the pole. And then with your hands, you can pretty much do different things with your hands, which I'll get into when we talk about the different pole grips, okay? But this is what, for the most part, you should be keeping as far as your angle of the body towards the pole, okay? So when you are walking around the pole, all right, we're gonna go ahead and just grip high, all right? You want to walk while keeping the base of your feet towards the pole, okay? Continuing to have that sort of outward hip popping shape there, all right? So as you can see, even though I'm walking around the pole, I'm still keeping that triangle shape, all right? It's gonna take practice, but it gets very, very easy, all right? So what I'm gonna show you now is actually that same walk with a different grip, okay? We're gonna use elbow grip. It's the same concept, okay? As you're walking, pop your hip out. When you step your right leg, okay, you want to pop your right hip out. When you step your left leg, you want to pop your left hip out, but you're still going to go into that triangle shape. Even doing so, it's still keeping somewhat of that triangular shape, okay? And it's the same for the other side, elbow grip. We're gonna try another grip, okay, called monster grip, okay? This is where you're going to put your arm in front of the pole, but you're going to grab behind the pole with your hands, okay? Arm in front of the pole, grab behind the pole. This is monster grip. And then you can walk around the pole in this same grip, okay? This helps you to go into any sort of pole pirouettes, which are like pole turns, okay? And we're going to switch sides, hand in front, arm in front, hand behind the pole, and walk, okay? Feet still towards the base of the pole, hips still pointed outwards away from the pole. All right? Another thing that I want to point out when walking around the pole, okay, aside from keeping that sort of feet towards the base, hips out, you also want to make sure your chest, anytime you are facing the pole, your chest is towards the pole and your hips are still pointing outwards, okay? But in this case, it would be your butt. So if I'm standing like this, okay? I'm standing like this, and I turn inwards towards the pole, I'm still keeping that sort of triangle shape, okay? But it's a little bit different because my chest is pointing towards the pole and I'm poking out as much as I can, okay? And then I can twist. Okay, boom, boom. So this would be useful anytime you are, say, walking around the pole and then you want to switch and go into, you know, some body rolls, body waves, and things like that. Okay, and then you continue to walk around the pole with the whole purpose being to create shapes, okay? And as you've learned in the course, shapes create illusion. So we want to give the illusion of something being very seductive, hypnotic, very just kind of alluring, okay? In this video, I would like to show you guys how to work the pole as you are walking backwards, okay? To still keep it very sexy and sensual, okay? So you just previously learned how to keep your body at a specific angle as you walk forward around the pole. Well, it's the same concept as you are walking backwards, but the difference is in the steps, okay? So what you want to do is we're going to start off with your inside leg, reaching up the top of the pole. And you're gonna step back with your outside leg, which would be your left leg, okay? Now, when you step back, boom, you wanna emphasize the hip pushing of your other leg, okay? So what I mean by that is as you step backwards, okay, you are going to kind of focus on pushing this leg, the opposite leg, out as you get ready to then step this leg back. But it's not going to be directly back, it's going to be more towards the side. And then you're going to emphasize this hip, okay? So I'm going to do it in slow motion around the pole so you guys could see what I'm talking about. Even though you step back with the outside leg, you step to the side with the more inside leg, and that will lead you towards facing the pole. And then you step back again, face the pole, okay? So you're still keeping that sort of angle with your feet towards the base of the pole, even as you are walking backwards, okay? And you can switch grips, it's the same thing, okay? Do whatever you want with your hands, make it as sexy as you like, all right? And that is it for this video.